Uh, Thank you everybody for coming here. It's a wonderful event. Thank you, Vish. Thank you everybody at Special. I'm here. My name is Subbu. I'm the founder of Fermbox. And my presentation will end exactly in time because it's a video and not a set of slides. So I hope you enjoy it. And at the end of it, please feel free to ask me some questions because what we do is not rocket science. We've heard a lot of rockets, a lot of everything else. So this is very grounded on earth. Can we go? So like I said, I'm here to tell you a story. Now this story is about something all of us use, need, and see everywhere. It's a carbon story. It's a story about rocks. It's a story hidden in our clothes, story hidden in fields. And for millennia, as you know, carbon is released, captured, and is going through this massive cycle. And somehow, Mother Earth keeps it in balance. She kept it in balance for millions and millions of years. So the carbon dioxide released, got captured by plants, went into the ocean, and then she created these huge sinks which we are still digging into, if you know what I'm meaning. And then you have the oceans, the plankton, and the shells, and then there is something released, like the volcanoes, like the animals, they did release carbon too. But still, the world was in balance for millennia, for hundreds of years, even in the last few centuries. Until, the second industrial revolution, we started tipping the balance. The balance tipped and tipped to a point where then more than 50% of carbon dioxide increase happened very fast. Now we are digging wells so deep to take it out of the reserves that Mother Nature had, that some of the wells are like 30,000 feet under the ocean bed. And we are still so thirsty for this carbon. We are so thirsty to make ourselves move, to clothe ourselves, to energize ourselves. Yes, we are liberators. We are setting carbon free, right? To party, to be here, to feel cold in this room. And then here are two unwitted carbon offenders. Even before they leave homes, they're kind of consuming 130 kilos of carbon dioxide. Imagine the rest of the day, right? I mean, for a moment, think about it. The population is increased several times over the years. And more people means more and more energy. I'm not going to get into the numbers because I don't understand what 2% of the total energy is required, but I do know that we are drilling wells like nobody's business. We have more than 120,000 wells being dug every year, something like that. But we're all worried about carbon running out in our lives. Nobody's thinking about its cost. The cost of carbon is not the cost of oil. It's the cost of what we are doing. We are burning our future. We are melting ice. We are burning forests. And we are parching land. But we measure it in the cost of oil. What's the cost per barrel? Come on, guys, wake up. The impact that we are leaving behind is too much. The earth on which we stand is now barren. Like we say, we are organic, we are vegetarians, we are very good to the nature. But then we're going to throw urea and DAP to grow crops. You're not carbon neutral. If the earth is parched, what's left for our future? Forget about future generations. A lot of sustainability people say future generation, but I think our generation is at risk. But we can stop this. We can stop this by mimicking nature at a super large scale. Like how photosynthesis happened, how plankton grew in the oceans, how trees grow. And if we have to do this, we have to do it at a large scale. We can't do it at one company at a time, one country at a time, but we got to do this together by recapturing and closing the loop of carbon that we have released from biomass, that is the leftover residues, from industrial waste, from gaseous carbon, and what else? But how do we do this? We can actually do this by using a smaller footprint, by using fermenters, by using less to do more, and use the same carbon which is in our sugars, in the food we eat, and produce various products. Trust me, with biology we can make anything. It's just that there's not enough will. There's not enough understanding of what biology can bring to us. We can make almost anything because it's just the same carbon. We're at the end of the day digging from the ocean. Now we can use it which is in the air. For a moment, think back and relax and wonder, one glass of milk, 1 liter of milk uses this much water, this much land, this much carbon dioxide release, let alone greenhouse gas emissions, the food it eats, etc. But what if we can make milk with that much less? Why do you want to grow hooves and horns if you want to grow milk? Now, if precision biology can bring you that option, shouldn't we take it? I was just telling somebody, even vitamin D3 that we use comes from sheep wool. How many of you don't know have taken D-Rise to strengthen your bones? It's coming from sheep wool. There's viral risk. There's limited availability of these animals. But the question is there a business? More than 60% of all industrial raw material is agri and bio-based. It's just that the stock market does not identify based on raw materials. We're looking at sectors, electronics, computers, or whatever, but we don't see the underlying bio business. For long, there has been this industry where we take agricultural products, we make, say, sugar and ethanol, but then there is opportunity to add another piece, to co-locate biology with these industries and be able to utilize the side streams, the carbons, the sugar, the water that they have to make future products. And I think that's where all countries need to be focusing. I don't think it's an option. I think those who don't catch on to this are going to lose out. And in India, this is the greatest opportunity. We have the talent, we have the people, we have the technology, and we have the sugars and the temperature that we need to be successful in synthetic biology. A little bit about us. Fermbox, we are a biomanufacturing company. We use living systems like bacteria, yeast, fungi, and modify them and then ferment them using sugar, water, air, etc. to produce products which we currently source from plants, animals, or chemistry. So I'm not here telling you that I'm making a brand new product which will change the future. I'm making the same products, the same color, the same dye, the same fragrance, the same bioplastic, but I'm going to use fermentation. We knew that we can't solve for the whole world, but we can solve a part of the problem. We are using biomass as a potential renewable carbon source and hydrolyzing that into sugars. Because when people look at us, they say, oh, we are an enzyme company. They say, oh, you're a company supplying enzymes to ethanol industry. No, that's not what we're doing. We are harvesting carbon from biomass. And we're using that carbon, which would otherwise get burned into more carbon dioxide in the air, to make future materials. The most important part is, how do we become successful? We don't want our products to have a sustainability premium. So the products we pick and choose are ones which add value to our customers right now. We're not going to any of our customers and saying, tomorrow you will be successful, or tomorrow this product will be viable. So we're picking products which are viable in fermentation and provide sufficient margins for our business. To be successful, we need two parts, the bio and the engineering. In essence, it's a convergence of biology and engineering. And in our company, we have people who do both, the work under the microscope and those who can build, design, and operate large-scale fermentation plants. So broadly, what do? We take the gene of interest, put it in a living system, brew it like you do for beer or ethanol or whatever, and produce various products. This tech is time tested. We are making insulin like this since 1985. So the earlier presentations of technology being flat, deep tech companies, and then climbing up, we want to change that. We are saying here the tech risk has been addressed. The market risk has been addressed because people are using these products. What we are changing is how we are going to make that same product, which is future ready. In less than 2 years, we have launched 2 products. One, which helps companies hydrolyze their biomass into sugars and make ethanol, and another, a fragrance which smells like freshly cut grass. Yes, I'll talk about that later. The idea of us getting into the ethanol business, not just because the government of India wanted to make 2G ethanol, which would change the dependence on imported crude oil or food sugars, but we also want to use those sugars to make other products. Right now, we are the only Indian company producing this enzyme, competing with the single monopoly supplier, and we received a $12 million contract. We've already supplied a huge quantity to them in the last months, and we are in revenues in 2 years. My friends, bio deep tech need not wait 7 years to be viable, and we are an example of that. The second is cis-3-hexanol. This is like smell of freshly cut grass. It's like in phenyl, it's in tomato sauce, it's in your perfume, it's in your soaps, but it used to come from chemistry or it used to come from mint. Now it can come through fermentation. Apart from these two products, we are making lipids like fats and oils. We're looking at industrial enzymes, colors and dyes. There's no end. So fast forward us a few years from now, and we will be a large company with probably 40% gross margins, EBITDA margins, with multiple products. So we will be industry resilient as well as market resilient. Our manufacturing strategy, this is because the volumes are so huge, we would like to collaborate, co-create, build facilities where there are assets available like sugar mills, ethanol plants. And at the end of the day, we need to be both CapEx and OpEx efficient. And I think the future of business will be creating biospheres. At Fermbox, as you can see, 2 years is a short time, but we've been able to be a company which not just talks, but are able to deliver our products. We just produced 200 metric tons and supplied to one of our largest PSU customers, and we have 3 more customers onboarding. With the eye of the future, we had a fire incident in January. Our team showed great resilience to rebuild our lab in less than 3 months. And I thank both Special and 314 who are here, who supported us through that journey. And we've made a mark as one of the leading synthetic bio companies in the world, producing a host of products. I would say we need to build factories of the future. We need to brew biology and stop burning fuel. And I'm saying this again because each of you may want to step back and think, if you can make an impact by bursting less crackers or going by cycle instead of a car, those are not going to move the needle. What will move the needle is large-scale biomanufacturing. My friends, winter is coming, and it's going to come for really fast, and I'll tell you what I mean. Recently in US, there was an issue of avian flu, right? And then the eggs became unviable. They could not import eggs from Mexico because they carried the risk of avian flu. The whole market said, let's get fermentation-derived egg whites. So the need for these products, which are safe from animal products which came from animals, need to be safer, or the need for, say, an agricultural ingredient because the climate patterns changed or geopolitical situations changed. These would be the challenges which would be a tipping point for why this industry is good. And at that day, you don't want to remember today and wonder, like, why haven't I got into this kind of business? And that's our call, because India is now ready. Every state in this country will be able to be a biomanufacturing hub only if we start now. The last message I want to leave behind here is that biomanufacturing requires not just a biotech person. It requires an ecosystem of engineers, ecosystem of policy, an ecosystem of investors. The problem that we've had, even though we are a deep tech company which has passed through technology validation, which has developed a product, found a customer, started supply, is how do you evaluate a company like us? So the best way to look at a company like us is its potential for the future. And of course, if you are an investor, you will see the benefit of being ahead of the curve. There's no point being in the market after there are 20 others in the space. Right now, India is in the front of the line. I agree. Like, let's take Ozempic or GLP-1. We are behind. There are patents, everything else. But if you're making syn bio products across industries, which are replacing products which came from animals, plants, or chemistry, there is no patent that can stop you. It is the core manufacturing differentiation that India has that can actually show the way to the world. Thank you.